Why Iran and the United States became enemies. The real story. What if I told you that Iran and the United States were once not enemies, but allies? That their relationship did not begin with war, but with trust, trade, and even admiration. So what went wrong? Why did two nations once connected become locked in one of the most dangerous rivalries in modern history? This is not just a story of politics. It is a story of betrayal, revolution, power, and consequences. Welcome to 360 Book Wisdom. In this audiobook, we are going to uncover the roots of the Iran-US conflict through some of the most authoritative books ever written on the subject. Each one reveals a key cause, a moment, or a decision that pushed both nations further apart. 1. Long history of misunderstanding. From the book America and Iran, A History, 1720 to the present. John Ghazvinian argues that the hostility between Iran and the United States did not emerge suddenly in 1979, but evolved gradually through a long history of uneven interactions. Early American involvement in Iran was relatively positive, especially in the 19th and early 20th centuries, when the U.S. was seen as a non-colonial power. However, over time, growing American strategic interests, especially during the Cold War, created suspicion among Iranians. This shift in perception, from trust to doubt, laid the psychological foundation of rivalry, rooted in misunderstanding rather than immediate conflict. 2. U.S. interventionism in Iran. From the book Axis of Empire, A History of Iran-US Relations, Afshin Matin-Asghari emphasizes that a major source of tension lies in the expanding role of the United States in Iran's internal affairs. During the 20th century, the U.S. increasingly positioned itself as a dominant external power, influencing Iran's political and economic direction. This involvement was not perceived as neutral assistance, but as part of a broader imperial strategy. For many Iranians, especially intellectuals and nationalists, this created a sense that their sovereignty was being undermined, fostering resentment and resistance that later shaped anti-American sentiment. 3. Social inequality and revolutionary anger. From the book Iran Between Two Revolutions, Ervand Abrahamian explains that the 1979 Iranian Revolution was deeply rooted in internal socio-economic tensions, but U.S. support for the Shah intensified public anger. The Shah's regime implemented modernization policies that benefited elites while marginalizing large segments of society. Political repression further silenced opposition. Because the United States strongly backed the Shah, many Iranians associated their suffering with American influence. This connection transformed domestic dissatisfaction into a broader revolutionary movement that explicitly rejected both the Shah and his foreign supporters. 4. The hostage crisis. Trust shattered. From the book Guests of the Ayatollah, Mark Bowden presents the 1979 hostage crisis as a defining moment that solidified mutual hostility. Iranian students who seized the U.S. embassy acted out of fear that the United States might attempt another intervention similar to the 1953 coup. For them, the embassy symbolized foreign interference. In the United States, however, the prolonged captivity of diplomats was seen as a direct violation of international norms. This event transformed political tension into emotional hostility on both sides, embedding distrust deeply within public consciousness and diplomatic relations. 5. The 1953 coup, the original sin. From the book Behind the 1953 Coup in Iran, Rahnema highlights the 1953 overthrow of Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh as a pivotal turning point in U.S.-Iran relations. Mossadegh had nationalized Iran's oil industry, challenging Western economic interests. In response, the United States and Britain supported a covert operation to remove him and restore the Shah's authority. While this action aligned with Cold War strategic goals, it deeply damaged Iranian trust. Many Iranians came to view the United States as willing to sacrifice democracy for control, a perception that continues to influence attitudes today. 6. Shadow War in the Gulf. From the book The Twilight War, David Crist describes the relationship between Iran and the United States after 1979 as an ongoing but undeclared conflict. Rather than direct war, both countries engaged in indirect confrontations, particularly in the Persian Gulf. These included naval encounters, support for opposing sides in regional conflicts, and covert operations. This persistent state of tension created a cycle in which each side interpreted the other's actions as aggressive. Over time, this shadow war reinforced hostility, making reconciliation increasingly difficult despite the absence of formal warfare. 7. Strategic mistrust and nuclear tensions. From the book The Persian Puzzle, Kenneth Pollack explains that modern U.S.-Iran tensions are heavily shaped by mutual strategic mistrust, particularly regarding Iran's nuclear ambitions. From the American perspective, Iran's actions raise concerns about regional security and proliferation. From Iran's perspective, nuclear development is seen as a means of ensuring national security and independence. Each side assumes the worst intentions of the other, leading to policies based on suspicion rather than cooperation. This cycle of mistrust has prevented meaningful diplomatic progress and continues to define their relationship. 8. Official narratives of conflict. From the book Worlds Apart, A Documentary History of U.S.-Syrian Relations, 1978-2018. This documentary collection shows that hostility between Iran and the United States has been reinforced through official narratives constructed by both governments. Speeches, policy documents, and internal communications reveal how each side systematically portrays the other as a threat. These narratives are not only diplomatic tools but also shape public opinion and national identity. Over time, such institutionalized hostility becomes self-sustaining, as policies are justified by the very fears they help create, making reconciliation politically and ideologically challenging. 9. Clash of identity and sovereignty. From the book Iran, A Modern History, Abbas Amanat places the conflict within a broader historical and cultural framework, emphasizing Iran's strong sense of identity and sovereignty. Iran views itself as an ancient civilization with a legitimate desire for independence and regional influence. However, U.S. policies, particularly sanctions and political pressure, are often interpreted as attempts to limit that autonomy. This creates a deeper ideological conflict, where Iran resists external dominance while the United States seeks to maintain its strategic interests, resulting in a persistent clash that goes beyond specific political events. Conclusion. So, what is the real cause of the Iran-US rivalry? It is not one event, not one war, but a chain of moments. A coup, a revolution, a hostage crisis, decades of mistrust, each layer building on the last. And today, the question remains, are these two nations destined to remain enemies? Or is there still a chance for understanding? If you want to explore more hidden histories, more untold truths behind global conflicts and strange stories, subscribe to 360 Book Wisdom, because sometimes the real story is not in the headlines, but in the books